Let's get to Phil LeBeau now with United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Scott, thank you for joining us today from United Airlines headquarters in Chicago. I want to start with Q1 results. You beat on the top and the bottom line, but it's more the guidance I want to talk about. You've cut your full-year guidance in large part because of the uncertainty about jet fuel prices. We pretty much know what's expected for the industry in the second quarter. What should we expect for the rest of the year? Are we looking at higher for longer jet fuel prices?
Yeah, so, first, I'm incredibly proud of the United team, and I think our first quarter results, and frankly, our full-year guidance is indicative of, it's another proof point of what we've done at United to build a great brand loyal airline that has the resiliency to get through the inevitable, crises and shocks that hit the industry. And, we've had a doubling of fuel prices as we got through the end of the quarter, and to still be solidly profitable and grow earnings year over year is a pretty remarkable achievement. But I think the bigger point is really about, as you look forward, that we are passing through right now about 40 to 50% of the increase in fuel. That's faster than I can ever remember in my career. And we expect to get to 100% by the end of the year. It does have some impact this year. It's not realistic to get it all passed through this year, but we think we'll be at by 100% by the end of the year. So feel really good about the strategy and the setup that United had to get into this, that we can be still delivering solid results, even with the rapid increase in fuel prices.
And you're passing those through in the terms of airfare increases. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit, but I want to get to the elephant in the room, Scott, which is what the comments were yesterday from the President of the United States when he was talking on Squawk Box, and this idea of you potentially buying American Airlines, which you discussed with a White House official in February. We asked him about this. Joe asked him about it, and here's what he had to say, and then I'd like to get your reaction afterwards.
I don't like it. No, I don't mind mergers. I think I'd love somebody to buy Spirit, as an example. Spirit's in trouble, and I'd love somebody to buy Spirit. It's 14,000 jobs, and maybe the federal government should help that one out. I tell my people. But with American, it's doing fine, and United's doing very well. I know the United people, they're doing very well. I don't like having them merge. It's just like all of these aerospace defense companies and aerospace.
All right, Scott, what's your reaction to what the President says? He doesn't like the idea of you potentially buying American.
Well, I love the fact that the President knows that United is doing very well, which he's right. We are doing very well, and I'm really proud of the team for doing that. And we have not at United commented on I know there's lots of rumors, lots of stories about consolidation. We've not commented, and I'm not going to start that today. But what I will do is repeat some of the things that I've said in the past. And we've been on a mission here at United to build, a great airline for customers that creates value to customers, and we win customers because we provide a great product, a great value for those customers. And we've been talking about the fact that we want to create a truly globally competitive airline for the United States. And today we have a big trade deficit with international carriers. Many of them are, effectively state-owned and state-subsidized, and they fly 65% of the long-haul seats into the U.S., and only about 40% of the customers are from those countries. And that's bad for United Airlines. That's bad for U.S. aviation. That's bad for U.S. workers. We create some of the best jobs and careers at United Airlines of anywhere in the country, and that's bad for the country. And so, yeah, I've been thinking about ways for the last couple of years, how can we solve that and create a great U.S. airline that all U.S. citizens can be proud of, that competes on every facet around the globe.
Well, Scott, wait, I have to go back at you on this. You say you don't want to comment on rumors. If this is not true, if you never brought the idea of buying American up to somebody at the White House, why don't you just come out and say, wait a second, that's a bunch of malarkey? What you're saying here is, here's the case for us to be a bigger, more global airline, but you're not commenting on whether or not you actually have proposed this idea to somebody at the White House. And I think people are entitled to know, did you actually bring up this idea to somebody at the White House and said, look, it would make sense for United to buy American?
What I'm describing is our aspiration to create a great airline for customers, where customers choose us because of quality. Not just we're trying to decommoditize. We have decommoditized air travel here in the United States, and we've proved that that's a winning strategy. Our first quarter guidance, our ability to actually be still solidly profitable, even with the doubling of fuel prices, has proven that's the right strategy. And so the aspiration we have is to actually take that to the next level and be a great globally competitive airline. I'm not saying what is required to make that happen today. And like, I don't actually have all the answers today, but that's the aspiration that we have, is to build a great globally competitive airline.
Scott, we were talking about this in that you were running American basically, and it was a shock when I think Oscar poached you, and it was a coup, obviously, for United. So you know what goes on at American. There was conjecture, why would you leave if you were going to be running American? So you must have had a good reason. You probably know where all the bodies are buried and where all the problems are and the union issues and everything else. If anyone could fix it, maybe it's you. Would it definitely be a bad idea? And my idea is you get another great operator like Bastion, and you guys split up everything. And then no one raises fares, and all the operations get better, the public benefits. Newark becomes an even better hub for the Kernan family. And it just makes a lot of sense, Scott.
Well, Joe, thanks for some of the kind comments about me. And by the way, on Newark, Newark is now, thank you to the DOT for finally doing what we've asked them to do about managing Newark. We're just almost a year past what happened at Newark last year, and Newark is now the most reliable of the 3 New York airports. It's still the New York airspace. It's still the toughest place in the world to fly, but Newark has become the best, and we just want to keep making it better. And so, look, from all my, certainly for the last 15 years of my career, my vision and my goal has been to really build a decommoditized, brand loyal airline. And I've thought that was right for our customers, and that if we could give customers a great airline, that they would reward us by choosing to fly on us, and that would lead to better financial results. And so everything that we've done has been about that. Everything we've done, in the years leading up to today, we've proven here in the first quarter that strategy has been the winning strategy for a U.S. airline, and we're going to continue to invest, and we're going to continue to do that. We're doing great here at United, but we're going to keep doing that.